Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, February the 4th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the Australian share market is set to stage a modest recovery from yesterday's heavy losses, with ASX futures up around 0.5%. This as equity markets reel from tariffs announced by President Donald Trump, with investors seeking to de-risk their portfolios on the prospect of a global trade war. Wall Street's main indices finished in the red, despite Mexico striking a deal to delay new tariffs for a month, while Treasury yields declined as investors sought safety in US government debt. The CBOE Volatility Index climbed sharply. Shares of US chip makers initially came under pressure, with Nvidia, Broadcom, Marvell and smartphone chip maker Qualcomm on the move, along with Advanced Micro Devices and Intel. Car makers were also pressured, including Tesla and Rivian, along with Stellantis and Volkswagen, which have major operations in Mexico. And the gold miners gained as bullion prices rose to another record on safe haven demand. Meanwhile, on the earnings front, meatpacker Tyson Foods raised its annual sales forecast as strong demand for beef and chicken helped it exceed first quarter result estimates. President Trump has paused new tariffs on Mexico for 1 month after it agreed to reinforce its northern border with 10,000 National Guard members to stem the flow of illegal drugs. Donald Trump saying, "I look forward to participating in those negotiations with President Steinbrück as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries." And the US President has suggested that the European Union would be his next target, saying they don't take our cars, they don't take our farm products, they take almost nothing, and we take everything from them. EU leaders have said they would respond in kind, but also called for reason and negotiation. And President Trump has signed an executive order creating a sovereign wealth fund within the next year, saying it could potentially buy TikTok. Federal Reserve member Raphael Bostic has said the central bank's tariff response will depend on inflation expectations, while fellow member Susan Collins has said the Fed is unlikely to react to tariff-driven price increases, saying if expectations remain well anchored, the Federal Reserve would try to look through. Well, US Treasury yields have fallen as investors sought US debt on inflationary concerns from a global trade war. The 2-year Treasury yield slipped to 4.22%, the 10-year falling more than 6 basis points to 4.5%. And the US dollar unwound most of the previous day's gains, while the Mexican peso turned positive from a near 3-year low as President Trump announced a 1-month reprieve on tariffs. The Aussie dollar is at 61.9 US cents. And Bitcoin has bounced back above 101,000 US dollars. Oil prices have edged higher in volatile trade, the Brent futures rising 0.4% to $73 a barrel. Copper has fallen more than 0.5%. Iron ore is off 1.2% to 104 US dollars a tonne. And gold has hit another record high, bolstered by safe haven inflows. US gold futures 0.8% higher at $2,857 an ounce. And it is a quiet day locally, both on the data and corporate front. We'll see you again tomorrow.